Metro Atlanta. It's A-Bomb, Coast to Coast.
Welcome in, gang. It is A-Bomb with you on this most sacred day of the baseball season. That would be opening day. Everybody's starting fresh. Everybody has an equal chance. And so we're really pumped to bring this game to you and this season, at least a good bit of it. And so we are in Philadelphia. Citizens Bank Park is the site for today's action. Phillies and Braves getting set to get underway any moment now. And it is Julio Teheran, the mediocre one. And it's hard to believe this is his 6th consecutive opening day start. Fulton Nevich was supposed to get this start, but he's injured, so Teheran's back in there. He has been a study in mediocrity, and, you know, hopefully he can prove me wrong today, and maybe if he can give us 4 or 5 solid innings, then, you know, that's really all we can ask for from him. And for the Phillies, it's Nola. He will be on the bump for the Phillies. So it looks like we're just a few minutes away from first pitch. So let me step away for just a second. We'll be right back. We'll go over the starting lineups for the Braves and bring you all of the excitement right after this. It is Coast to Coast on opening day. Be right back.
Here's your treasurehunt.ga Atlanta Braves starting lineup.
All right, so treasurehunt.ga, our big sponsor for this year, and here's how the Braves lineup goes today. In the leadoff spot, in center field is Ender Enciarte. Josh Donaldson, the new pickup. He is at third base and batting second. Freddie Freeman at first, batting third. Acuna, the rookie of the year, in the cleanup role. It's Nick Markakis in right field, batting fifth. Ozzie Albies at second is in the sixth spot. Brian McCann, our old buddy, is back with the Braves. He is batting seventh and catching. Dansby at shortstop, and Julio Teheran is your pitcher and batting ninth. And here's your first pitch of the season. It is a strike, and we're underway for the 2018 Braves season. And so Nola And kicks and fires here with the 0-1. It is swung on and missed. Strike two. 58 degrees in Philadelphia. Very sunny skies. Looks like a beautiful day up there. Down here in Metro Atlanta where I am, it is 70 and nothing but sunshine. Jeff Francoeur, full-time in the Braves booth this year. He is the color guy. Paired with Chip Carey. Here comes the 1-2. It is called strike three. And Ender Inciarte starts his 2019 campaign with a strikeout. And here's Josh Donaldson's first Braves at bat. He was the MVP a few years ago. First year with the Braves. Injured most of last year, only had 8 home runs. And his first pitch is a ball outside. And so here comes the 1-0. It is swung on a miss. Nola looking good in the early going here. Welcome everybody on board. Let us know where you're watching. We like to have a lively chat box. Here's the 1-1. It is called strike two. Did anybody skip school or work today for this? It used to be like just that was the norm back in the day. And the 1-2 pitch is a swinging bunt, and the catcher throws him out. So that's 2 quick outs for Philadelphia. That's going to bring up Freddie Freeman. Back in the day, we used to call out sick or, you know, whatever we had to do to watch the first game on opening day. Not such a big deal with the millennials and younger anymore. But me, I did happen to take the day off. It is a holy day in my world. Just taking off today. I'll be right back at the grind tomorrow. And Freeman's first pitch of the season is outside for ball one. The shift is on for Freddie Freeman. And here's the 1-0, and he hits it right back to the pitcher. Easy toss to first, underhand, and that's how the top of the first goes. It is a 1-2-3 inning. Braves nothing. Phillies coming up to bat. A-Bomb Coast to Coast will be back with you after these important messages. Stay tuned. All right, so we're back. Bottom of the first inning now in Philadelphia. And this, as we mentioned earlier, the 6th consecutive opening day start for Julio Teheran. He's actually fared pretty well. He's 1-1 with a 2.73 ERA in those 5 previous games. And so his first pitch to McCutchen leading things off. He is a new Philly this year. Subpar year for him last year with a 255 batting average. McCutchen, longtime Pirate, was with the Giants last year and now with Philadelphia. He did have 20 home runs and 65 ribbies last year, however. And so Teheran getting set to deal a 2-0 pitch. Hit well and gone. Leadoff home run for McCutchen. No doubter. No doubter on that one. The outfielders did not turn around. That was a bomb to start things off for the Phillies. McCutchen, hell of a way to introduce himself as a Philly. One of the nice guys in baseball. You always like this guy, no matter who he plays for. McCutchen, about 20 rows deep, and that brings up Gene Segura batting second. Already a strike on him after that foul. Segura hit 304 with 10 home runs and 63 ribs last year. And the crowd is buzzing after that leadoff bomb. 2 strikes already to Gene Segura. Teheran looks like he's gained a few pounds. He actually looks, a little bit healthier. I like that. Deals the 0-2, swung on a missed. And there's one out in the bottom of the first. And so now it is Bryce Harper in his debut at bat with the Phillies. The $340 million man. Spent the first 5-6 years of his career with the Washington Nationals. Big free agent in the offseason. Got signed to a 13-year deal for $300 plus. And he takes a strike. All right, Bryce Harper hit 249 last year. Hit a bunch of bombs, don't have the exact total yet. And he did he get hit? No, he did not. That was just simply a wild pitch that almost bounced up and hit him, but he avoided it. All right, so Bryce Harper ready for the 1-1. Check swing. He did not go. It's 2-1. Good to see the Bone Crusher probably taking time away from work to hang out with us down in the box. Teheran kicks and fires. Bryce Harper grounds to Freddie Freeman, who walks over and tags the bag. 2 outs. So Julio Teheran has been able to compose himself after giving up that blast to McCutchen. And now we have at cleanup, it is Hoskins taking a strike. Hoskins, 246 last year, 34 bombs and 96 driven in the cleanup role today. And here comes the 0-1. It is right down the middle, but called a ball. Really weird. First bad umpiring call of the season. The ball tracker showed it was right in the middle of the square. And the umpire just sat there and called it a ball. And so now it is 2-1. So Hoskins. And the 2-1 pitch, it is swung on a miss. Nobody on and 2 out. And let's see if Teheran can escape with only the 1-run scoring. Here's the pitch, and it's hit high. And a can of corn into center field. Enciarte grabs it one hand. That's the end of the first inning. Phillies score a run on the McCutchen leadoff home run. It's 1-0 Phillies. Be right back. We are back.
Jinx. Go to CarGurus today to find great deals from top-rated dealers near you.
All right, where is that audio coming from?
Hi, Grandpa. Once upon a time, there was a family of 3 pigs.
All right, I'll do something about it.
Who here knows the 3 wolf rules?
I do.
First, we huff, then we puff, then we blow the house
Okay,
down.
whatever. Okay, so here we are. It's the top of the second. It's Acuna leading off the fourth, or the second, that is.
I'm Paige, and well, the little thing that I like about the grilled chicken sandwich is that it's picture perfect. It's juicy, and it just has all the right combinations. I think I can be considered a grilled chicken.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties, and here we go. Acuna already with a 1-2 count. And this one is outside. It's 2-2. So Aaron Nola gets ready to deal a 2-2 pitch to Ronald Acuna Jr. Ball 3. It's a full count. So the 3-2 pitch due to Acuna, and it is ball 4. First base runner for the Braves. And that brings up Cakes. Nick Markakis from Cobb County, Georgia. He is our right fielder, and he is batting in the 5 hole. .297 last year with 14 homers and 93 runs batted in. Throw goes to first. Gold Glove winner last year was Markakis. Another throw to first base. Markakis still has not seen a pitch. Another throw to first. Still no pitch to Markakis. He's been up there, standing up there for a couple of minutes. Will a pitch happen on this attempt? Will we see an actual pitch? Here's the stretch. Here is a pitch, and it's outside. Nick Markakis up. Here comes the 1-0 instead to first. And perhaps here comes the 1-0 pitch. Nope. Instead to first. That is 5 or 6 throws to first in this one at bat. He's paying a lot of attention to the runner. I mean, Acuna's fast, but, you know, I mean, let's get this baseball game underway. There would be boos raining out big time if this was not a home game for Nola and his 6 throws to first in this one at bat. Still just a 1-0 count. Here's the stretch. And here is a pitch. And it is a strike. It's 1-1 on Cakes. Game 2 not until Saturday. And Acuna steals second. Love that after all that crap. Nice. But yeah, so this is opening day on a Thursday. The Braves will not play again until Saturday in Philadelphia. And then Monday is home opening day. Home opening day at SunTrust Park. And the Bone Crusher, John Wilson, will have that one. On his YouTube channel. And so now runner at second, nobody out, 2-1 count on Markakis. Pitch is a base hit into right field. Acuna around. He scores, and however, Markakis is out trying to stretch the single into 2. So it's 1-1. We're tied. Nobody on and 1 out. All right, so nice to have the leadoff walk come around to score. Seems to happen every time. And here is now Ozzy Albies. Pops the first pitch out of play. Scoreboard a little bit late on that run scored, but I appreciate the big graphic. That's cool. So Albies had to go grab a new war club. He cracked the first one on that foul ball. And here comes the 0-1. A little bit high. It's just after 3:30 Eastern Time. 12:30 on the West Coast. It's A-Bomb here, coast to coast, with opening day action. And here is the 1-1 to Albies. It's swung on and missed. Glad to have you on board. Always fun to be around for opening day. I'm not going to go and wax poetic about, you know, how it's a fresh start in life and a clean slate and all of those opening day cliches, but it's still a lot of fun for this middle-aged stallion. And is now a 2-2 count on Albies. And it is a foul ball. Rolls foul. It is still 2-2. Okay, so Ozzy Albies ready for a 2-2. Here it comes. And this one is grounded to first. Steps on the bag and 2 outs. And Brian McCann steps in. Good to see him back in Atlanta. Been gone for a few years. Did some time with the Astros and the Yanks. All right, B-Mac. Still wearing number 16. Here comes a 1-0 pitch to him. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch is called a strike. Okay, so a 2-1. 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. Leadoff walk. No, I'm sorry. It's a 2-out walk. And so Dansby, let's see. This is kind of the year. This is the year, if, you know, kind of a make or break season, in my opinion, for Dansby. He had a lot of hype when he came up a few years ago. Had a couple of injuries along the way. Hasn't lived up to the hype, but maybe this will be his year. Let's hope this is his year. If it's not, it may be time for the Braves to move on. But here we go. And that's ball 1. He did manage 14 home runs last year and missed some games due to injury. But our number 1 draft pick has not measured up yet. And now he has a 1-1 count. We'll take a look at some of the games in progress in just a few. When we have a couple moments, we'll bring you the treasurehunt.ga scoreboard. Here's the 1-1. A little bit outside. It's 2-1 to Dansby. Dansby hit .238 last year with those 14 bombs. Plays good defense. At least his defense doesn't go in a slump. Right? How about that old cliche? And here comes the 2-1. It's inside. All right, so McCann at first. 3-1 count. We've got 2 outs and a pitch due to Dansby Swanson. And it is ball 4. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Catcher out to the mound to calm his pitcher down. So here's Julio Teheran with 1 home run last year. 175 average and 4 driven in. That's in 31 games. And at least, if nothing else, we're clearing the pitcher here so we can start fresh next inning. And the first pitch to Teheran is a strike. It's been a long inning for Nola. It's already got 37 pitches in the first 1 2/3. And it's strike 2 on Julio Teheran, the Braves pitcher up to bat. Couple of runners on base. It's an 0-2 count. And here comes that pitch. It is called strike 3. We're done with the top of the second. Braves tied up on a Ronald Acuna Well, I'm sorry, Ronald Acuna walked, and Markakis drove him in. So it's 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Coast to Coast with A-Bomb. We'll be right back after this. Bottom of the second. It's 1-1. Nick Markakis drove in Acuna with a RBI single. And it was Andrew McCutchen with a solo bomb for the Phils. The catcher, Real Mutu, up at the bat for Philly. Takes a ball to start his at-bat. Let's run down some scores. Brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. We've got the Yankees 6-2 over Baltimore. That one's in the 7th. It's the Mets 2, Washington nothing in the 9th inning. We have Milwaukee 5, St. Louis 3. That one's in the 6th. And that's everything going on right now. All 30 clubs are playing today. It's the first time that's happened in a long time. On opening day, usually they're split up. And here's the 1-1 pitch. A little bit low. Real Mutu. Motu pops it up. And Ciarte camps under it, and that's out number 1. Julio settled down after that blast he gave up to McCutchen to start the game. Anytime we can get 4 or 5 solid innings out of Tehran, that's a win. And so that brings up Herrera. Takes a strike. The number 6 hitter in the lineup for the Phils. Okay, 1-1. Looked like a strike to me. So Tehran deals, and it is a ground ball. First base, Freddie Freeman tosses to Tehran. Nicely done. Looks like they're in mid-season form on the old first baseman to the pitcher toss. So 2 quick outs in the bottom of the second. Cesar Hernandez, the 7th place hitter. Takes a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It is a strike to Hernandez with his .258 batting average last year. 15 home runs and 60 driven in. Playing second. And here comes the pitch. Swung on a missed. It's 1-2. We are your only source for Braves live play-by-play reaction. You can call it radio on steroids. You can call it your second screen experience. This is where you want to be for all of the action this year. So we've got a 2-2 count on second baseman Cesar Hernandez. It's the old Deuces Wild. And is now 3-2. Michael Franco on deck for the Phillies. Let's hope we see him next inning. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. And it is swung on a miss. So that's the end of the second. It is a 1-1 game from Philadelphia, live on opening day. This is A-Bomb, and this is Coast to Coast. Back for more right after this. Ender Enciarte leads off, the Braves third. And And the first pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. So Jeff Francoeur in his first full-time gig with the Braves, he did some part-time last couple of years. I'd rather hear him in there than Joe Simpson. And maybe he'll grow on me. So far, he's okay. He's not bad. But there's better. There are better out there. Maybe he'll grow into one of those. But I'm going to go. My gut feeling says he's not. And Ender now with a 1-2 count after that foul ball. I'm old school. I grew up with Skip Carey, Ernie Johnson Jr. I'm sorry, Ernie Johnson Sr. and the Professor, Pete Van Wieren. Those guys all three of them are dead. And they've been gone for a while. And I just don't feel like they've been able to replace them with Chip's okay. He's serviceable, right? But when I watch other games, watch other teams and their broadcast guys, I'm always thinking, man, I wish we had these guys. And so we've got a 2-2 count on Ender Inciarte. Batting leadoff today. And here comes Nola with the 2-2. It is a check swing. He checked his swing. It's 3-2. Aaron Nola with 45 pitches. And here comes the 3-2 to Ender. It is called strike 3, curveball right over the plate. Here comes Donaldson. And the first pitch to him is inside, ball 1. The 1-0 is called strike 1. And then over on the radio side, you have, God, what's that guy's name? He's been around for 10 years now, and he's never really grown on me either. It's Don Sutton, and it is the other guy. It'll come to me in a moment. And here comes the 2-1 to Donaldson. It's 3-1. Donaldson rocking an old school mullet. I mean, he looks like he's a baseball player from the Phillies circa about 1993 when they had all those mullet guys. John Kruk and Darren Dalton and at least one other dude. Is the mullet making a comeback? And the 3-2 pitch is called strike 3. Sit down, Donaldson. He does not like the call, and he lets the umpire know about it. Yeah, the guy from the Brewers. Exactly. All right, so Freddie Freeman 0 for 1 on the day. Up there with 2 outs, and he takes strike 1. Big shift on. There's nobody near third base. Nobody in the zip code, same zip code as third base. And there's talk of trying to eliminate shifts. There's a experiment going on in the minors this year where they're not going to allow shifts. I think, yeah, I'm right about that. They're trying a whole bunch of stuff in the minors this year to speed up the game and to, I don't know, do whatever they can to jack up the offense. And so one of those things is not allowing the shift. But it's still allowed in the big leagues. And the 1-2 to Freddie is low in the dirt. Here comes the 2-2 to Freddie. It is swung on, hit into the shift. They had the second baseman out in shallow right field. He makes the throw to first, and that's the end of the Braves' third. We go to the bottom of the third inning on opening day with A-Bomb, Coast to Coast. Glad you're with us on this Thursday. We'll be right back after this. Jim Powell is the name of the Braves play-by-play radio guy. He's been with us about 10 years, and he's serviceable. I mean, he's fine. He's serviceable. He's, you know, very knowledgeable, knows the game, has a lot of connections in the business, but I don't like his delivery, and I'm so tired of the Strike 3. Yeah, just if we'll cut that Strike 3 thing out, you know, I may be able to tolerate him a little bit better. And then this year, Joe Simpson, Don Sutton, and Ben Ingram will all share play-by-play duties on Braves radio. And so we're back, and we're in the bottom of the third. It is Franco in the 8-hole for Philadelphia. He is leading off the inning against Tehran. Yeah, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's just boring. And so are the other Braves guys on TV and radio. I'm sure they got Francoeur pretty cheap, you know, on the cheap since he's new at this. And so it's already 1-2 on Franco. Here comes that pitch, and it is fouled back. Tehran very efficient with his pitches, only 32 in the bottom of the third. And the 1-2 pitch is low. It is 2-2. Don Sutton's been around for so long, but I'm still old enough to remember when he was a new guy. Yeah, I never really came around with Don either, but now that he's been with the Braves for over 30 years, I'm okay with him. In fact, he's out of all of them, and this is not really high praise, but I'd say maybe he's the best one out of all of those guys. But he's getting pretty old now, and he's not even doing a full schedule anymore. And we've got a full count on Franco. Here is that payoff pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Out number 1. Third strikeout for Tehran. And we're just after 4 o'clock, East Coast time, 1 in the West. Glad you're with us. And we are here for opening day, and we are your Braves YouTube channel between the Bone Crusher, John Wilson, who's cracking heads, necks, and cashing checks down in the box. Between he and I, we're going to have a lot of games for you this year. So it is the pitcher, Nola, and he drives one to right field pretty deep, but it's Markakis with the put out, and there are now 2 outs. And here comes McCutchen again. He is responsible for the Phillies' lone run with his leadoff blast to start the game. And that one went a long way. So Tehran deals to McCutchen, and it is a little low. Right, go down to, you see John Wilson, you see that he's a mod here with the monkey wrench over there. Make sure to click on the dots to the right and subscribe to his channel for all of his Braves live reaction. So McCutchen with a 2-0 count. And Crusher, you watching on your phone? I mean, how are you picking us up at work? And his 2-0 pitch due to McCutchen. Tehran kicks and fires, and it is grounded foul. It was a 428-foot blast for McCutchen to lead off the game. And he steps back in the box with a 2-1 count. And so McCutchen with a 2-2 count. There are 2 outs. Tehran wanted that one, but it's now a full count. So here we go with a 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 4 for Julio. It's the end of the third. It is 8 in a row set down by Julio. We have a break in the action. We'll be right back. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast, the 4th inning coming your way next on YouTube Live. Top of the 4th, and it's Ronald Acuna leading off. Had a walk and scored a run earlier. Quickly 0-2 on Ronald Acuna Jr. Beautiful day in Metro Atlanta. It's 70 degrees. Not a cloud in sight. And the weather up in Philadelphia where the game is sunny and 58. Acuna flies out to left field. That's how we start the top of the 4th. Here's Cakes. Braves RBI today was from him. And the obligatory talk about the shadows moving in. You get this anytime a game is played in the late afternoon, and the announcers are required and obligated to talk about it for at least a couple of innings. And they've started. The shadows indeed are creeping in. It is indeed an advantage for the pitcher. But if you've been watching baseball for any amount of time, you've heard this tired old shadow thing about a million times. And so it is strike 3 to Markakis, 2 quick outs in the Braves' 4th. That is strikeout number 5 for Nola. Yankees up 7-2 in the top of the 9th in New York. They're up on Baltimore. Top of the 7th, Milwaukee 5, Cardinals 4. And we have just underway in Tampa Bay, Houston, and the Devil Rays. I still call them that. And also, in the top of the first, we already have interleague action underway, and it is the Chicago Cubs at the Texas Rangers. And the Mets, that's a final. They beat Washington 2-0. All the action, other action later on. And there's a single that drops into right in front of McCutchen. Bloop hit for Ozzie Albies with 2 outs. McCann back up the plate. Looks like he's put on a couple pounds since his Atlanta days. He's never been a skinny guy. And he's not fat either. But just like all of us, as we get a little bit older, those pounds start to add up. Throw goes to first base. My cat was snoring really loud. I had to try to get him to stop doing that. All right, so here's the 0-1 again instead to first. The 0-1 pitch to McCann. It is grounded to second base. Throw to first, and that's the end of the Braves' fourth. It's 1-1, and we're in Philadelphia on opening day. We're going to be right back with more on Coast to Coast. Bottom of the fourth, it is Segura up for the Phillies. And he's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. 44 pitches for Tehran. Except for that leadoff home run by McCutchen, he has been making an impressive opening day start. And here's the 0-2 pitch to Segura. It is in the dirt. Thanks for spending the afternoon with me today. Appreciate that. Like it if you could subscribe while you're hanging out. That would be dope. And here comes a 1-2 pitch to Segura. That one is hit to short. Oh, and, you know, good try by the shortstop, but the ball got away. And runner ends up on second base with nobody out. Dansby made a great backhand stop on that, but his throw bounced in front of Freddie Freeman, and he could not corral that. And so runner at second and nobody out. Bad break for Atlanta. And so that brings up Bryce Harper, runner in scoring position with nobody out. And they're scoring that an infield hit and an error on the throw from Dansby. Bryce Harper grounded out in the first inning. He's wearing some green Crocs. That's what it looks like he's wearing. That's some ugly puke green shoes, man. What's up with that? And the first pitch to him is in the dirt, ball one. And damn, Bryce Harper has hit 8 home runs in his career against Julio Teheran. Let's hope that doesn't happen today. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Called strike one. And here comes the 1-1 to Bryce Harper, who got G'd up just a few weeks ago with his 13-year and $330 million contract. And then that got eclipsed about 2 weeks later by Mike Trout's 13-year deal for $430 million. And he's got a 1-2 count right here against Julio Teheran, who's been pitching well up to this point. Julio with a long look at second base, and then a timeout was called. Packed house at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. And this one's in the dirt, gets away from Brian McCann, and the runner moves to third. We now have a runner at third with nobody out and a 2-2 count on Bryce Harper after that wild pitch. Nothing McCann could do about that. Julio gets set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Strike three, swinging. Good place for a strikeout. That's number 5 on the day for Teheran. And grab some bench, Bryce Harper. Love that. So now a runner at third and 1 out. And at the plate, it is the cleanup hitter for the Phillies. And it is Hoskins, 0 for 1 on the day. Takes a ball high. Fly ball will score a run for the Phillies. So here comes the 1-0 pitch to the Phillies cleanup guy. It is a strike. No walks so far this afternoon for Tehran to go with those 5 Ks. And here comes a 1-1 instead. We've got a timeout. Batter steps out. And here we go with the 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Lots of balls going in the dirt for Julio in this inning, including the one that got away. And we're due a 2-1 pitch to the cleanup hitter, Hoskins. With that runner on third, here it comes. Swung on a miss, 2-2. Strikeout would be huge right here. Did I just see Mick pop up in the box? How's it going, mate? Glad you're around for some rounders today. And here comes that 2-2 pitch. Pop fly, and that's in the seats. Still 2-2. Yeah, Mick, if you didn't grow up with baseball, it's tough, man. It's hard to get into. You kind of got to be there from the early years. But we have a tie ball game right now. It is 1-1 in the bottom of the 4th. And here is the 2-2 pitch. And it's high, full count. I know baseball is not popular in Australia. And here comes the payoff pitch. It's 3-2, and it is called strike 3. Way to go, Julio. Runner at third now with 2 outs. And now a base hit is needed. No more sac fly possibilities. So Julio's pitched a hell of a game today so far. It is now Real Mutu up at the plate, the catcher for Philadelphia, and he takes a ball. .277 last year, 21 home runs, 74 driven in. Can't ask for more than that from a catcher. And the 1-0 pitch is low. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Mick, for stopping by for just a couple moments. Hope you have a great evening or morning. I'm not sure what time it is over there, but you are always welcome in our channel. So it's 2-1 now on Real Mutu. Okay, top of the morning to you. Hope you have a great day. And it's strike 2 now. We'll see if Julio Teheran can get out of this jam. There was a runner at third with nobody out. There's now a runner at third with 2 out. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Outside. And umpire calls timeout real quick. And now a 3-2 count. 2 out, runner on third. Teheran fires, and it's ball 4. Runners on the corners with 2 out. And so with runners on the corners and 2 outs, it is now Herrera at the plate. Grounded out in the second inning. 22 home runs last year for him. First pitch is up the middle into center field for a base hit. Run scores. It's 2-1 Phillies. A little bit of 2 out magic for Philadelphia. So now it's 2 outs, runners at first and second. And the number 7 hitter in the lineup is coming up for the Phillies. And it is Hernandez, 0 for 1. He hits one down the line in left field. That's going to score 1. It's 3-1 Phillies. That's a single, and runners still on first and second. So Teheran had it going on, was pitching well. And as I said earlier, if he can just give us 4 solid innings, and now he really hasn't lived up to that. He really didn't give us 4 solid innings. There was an error involved somewhere along the line. But in crunch time, this is typical Teheran. So still 2 outs, still Teheran on the bump. It is now Franco up to bat, 0 for 1. That pitch gets away, but Oh, yeah. But the runner did advance. I thought McCann was able to stop that one. He did not. That's another wild pitch. Runners move up, and Tehran is losing it now. I hope the bullpen is getting warmed up. Now we've got an intentional walk to load the bases with 2 out. And Nola, the pitcher, is up. 2 outs and sacks packed with fills. And the bullpen just now starting to stir. First pitch to Nola, right down the middle for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch. First base hump said he went around on that check swing. It's 0-2. Questionable call, but the Braves will take that break, and it's an 0-2 pitch coming to Nola with the bases jammed. Ball outside. So here comes the 1-2 pitch instead, a timeout. Now we're ready to go. And the 1-2 pitch, low. Nowhere to put the pitcher. The bases are loaded. So here comes the 2-2 to the pitcher. This one's chopped right back to Julio, and he tosses it softly over to Freddie Freeman at first. That's the end of the 4th inning. It is now Philadelphia 3, Atlanta 1. And my name is A-Bomb. Coast to Coast will return right after this. Stay tuned. right, so it's Dansby Swanson batting 8th and leading off the 5th inning for the Braves. Nice to see some goodies popping up in the box for treasurehunt.ga, our sponsor. And Crusher, see if you can work on a nice graphic banner for treasurehunt.ga that I can use on my scoreboard instead of the kind of that plain text that I have from the OBS software. That would be dope. And Dansby takes one inside. It's 1-1. Check some scores for you in just a few. And Dansby takes strike 2. It's 1-2. That was pitch number 70 for Nola. Here's the 1-2 to Dansby. Just a bit outside. And the 2-2. This one is fouled out of play. We're in the top of the 5th from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Two-two pitch, swung on a miss. Dansby is down on strikes. And so it's the pitcher spot up now, and let's see who's coming up to bat. Wait for it, and it is still Julio Teheran. All right, so he's staying in the game. And he starts his at bat with a ball. It's 1-0. Takes a strike. It's 1-2 now to the Braves pitcher. And he strikes out swinging. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And that brings up the Braves leadoff man, Enciarte. Ender has struck out twice today, playing center field, and he steps in, and Nola deals in the dirt, ball 1. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. So Nola has really settled down and pitching quite the gem. Here's his 1-1 pitch to Ender. It's a little bit outside. It's 2-1. Aaron Nola deals a 2-1. Swung on and missed. That breaking ball has really been effective for him today. He's got these hitters fooled. He's getting a lot of swings and misses on the breaking pitch, which seems to just drop right off the table as soon as it gets to the plate. And let's check our treasurehunt.ga scoreboard. We have, oops, let me refresh the screen. Let's make sure this is right. Okay, bottom of the 8th in Milwaukee. It's 5-4 Brewers over the Cardinals, and we're going to pick up the rest of that right after this because Ender just struck out to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 3-1 Philadelphia. We'll be right back with more of Coast to Coast right after this commercial timeout. Game moving right along, bottom of the 5th. And it's McCutchen up again, led off the game with a big blast. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. It's quickly 0-2 on McCutchen. Also underway at this time, it's the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. It is the top of the 2nd in L.A., and the Dodgers up 1-0 on Arizona. It's in the 3rd inning in Tampa Bay, where the Devil Rays are up on the Houston Astros 1-0. We're scoreless in Texas with the Cubs and the Rangers in the 3rd inning, and all the other action coming up a little bit later. TreasureHunt.ga just brought you that scoreboard update. And it's 1-2 on McCutchen. Nobody on, nobody out. And Tehran about to deal. And it's fouled out of play. Also a couple of finals for you. The Yankees beat up on the Orioles. That one was 7-2 from Yankee Stadium and in Washington, D.C. The Mets over the Nationals 2-0. And so here is McCutchen ready for the 1-2, and it is high. Scherzer, the winner on the day for the Nats. 2-2 pitch is swung on and lifted to center field. Ender camps under it and has it for out number 1. So Julio now with 80 pitches on the afternoon, that is, and Segura at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Julio deals the 1-0. It's right down the middle, 1-1. Braves' next game is not until Saturday. And now a 1-1 pitch to Segura. And he hits it right to the second baseman. Ozzie throws him out. And that brings up Bryce Harper with the bases empty. Bryce is 0 for 2 on the day. You know, I guess everybody has a Skip Carey impersonation. And, you know, I'll try a couple of pitches here. It's Bryce Harper, and he takes ball 1. You know, and that, you know, that's it. I mean, that's essentially the Skip Carey impersonation. And what we really need to do is try to do a call-in pregame show where we take calls from the audience. We take questions about how ERA is calculated and how to explain the infield fly rule. That's really the legacy from Skip Carey, is that talk show we did with a really bad attitude. He did not want to be there, but he was contractually obligated to do that talk show. And so now it's Bryce Harper with a 2-1 count. And back in the day, way back when, in the 80s, he used to talk about happy hour and cocktail hour and what kind of drinks he was going to have after the game. And this pitch is fouled out of play. And, of course, we know that his dad, Harry Carey, would slam multiple beers during the broadcast to where he was a little bit tipsy by the end of the game. And, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. What a gig that would be. And so a 2-2 pitch is due to Bryce Harper. It's swung on a miss, strike 3. And so the 5th inning is over. And it is still 3-1. Phillies on top of the Braves. It's opening day. It's coast to coast. It's A-Bomb with you. And we're going to be back with the 6th inning right after this. Josh Donaldson is leading off the Braves' 6th. 0 for 2. Rocking the mullet. And he takes the ball in dirt. Aaron Nola deals the 1-1. Donaldson hits it to the center fielder on a line. That's out number 1. Freddie Freeman steps in. He's 0 for 2. And he takes a ball. Freddie last year, 309 batting average. That's a normal season for him. And he takes ball 2. Okay, and here comes the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Picked up some barbecue earlier today from Jim and Nick's. That's like corporate barbecue. I haven't been there in a long time, and I haven't eaten it yet. I'm waiting for this game to be over. But it was close. Cost a lot. And next broadcast, I'll let you know how that was. Jim and Nick's corporate barbecue joint with like 50 locations across the Southeast. And Freddie takes ball 4. Runner on first with 1 out. My name is A-Bomb, coming to you from Metro Atlanta, where the temperature is 71. Great day to play hooky, skip work, blow that off, watch a little baseball, do a little play-by-play. It don't get no better, son. And so here's Acuna, 0 for 1 on the day. He also scored a run. And so far, the only run on the afternoon that the Braves can muster. That was on an NCarte base hit. And the Braves now find themselves down 2 runs in the top of the 6th. Ronald Acuna could tie it up with one big swing here. Here's the pitch. It's high. We have a 1-1 count. Acuna rocking the big gold chain with the cross. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's strike 2. Would love to see him get a hold of one here. We know what happens in Philadelphia with that short porch. It's easy to jam one way up into the seats. And thanks to Eduardo for subscribing. Appreciate that. And Freeman just got caught stealing second. And will we see a challenge called from the Braves dugout? Looks like a good play to me. Looks like he was out. And so now we have 2 outs. The bases are clear, and a 2-2 count to Acuna. Fouled out of play. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside. Payoff pitch. Grounded foul. It's the final in Milwaukee where the Brewers beat the Cardinals 5-4. Here comes the payoff pitch to Acuna outside, and he walks with 2 outs. And so that brings up Markakis. So Markakis from Metro Atlanta, and he's at bat with 2 outs and a runner on first. He has the only Braves RBI today. Throw to first. Cakes pops one up in foul territory, and it stays in play. And so that's out number 3. Braves cannot put anything together in the 6th inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th where the Phillies are up on the Braves 3-1. A-Bomb Coast to Coast will be right back. And that's the end of the afternoon for Julio Teheran with his 7 strikeouts and the 3 runs given up. A couple of wild pitches mixed in, or at least one. And it's Shane Carl on the hill now for the Braves, and he faces the leadoff guy, Hoskins. 0 for 2 for the Phillies today. Welcome on board, Mike Taylor. Glad you're here. And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Hoskins. It's high. And it's just after 5 o'clock in Atlanta and up the East Coast, 2 o'clock on the West Coast. Hope the traffic in Atlanta is not too bad today. I am not in the middle of it today. I took the day off. It's like a holy day around here with opening day. Cannot miss that. And so right now we have the Phillies 3, Atlanta 1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. It was Julio Teheran who pitched a few, he pitched a decent game today. He had that rough 4th inning where it looked like he was going to get out of the inning, and he ended up giving up 2 runs. But really, that was his only bad inning of the day. He did allow a leadoff home run in the game to McCutchen, but he settled down after that. Shane Carl, 53 games last year with a 4-1 record and a 2.86 ERA. Long reliever for the Braves. And his 2-2 pitch is fouled out of play. Braves have the day off tomorrow and then resume Saturday in Philadelphia, and then the final game on Sunday, and the Braves will be back home to start their home season on Monday, April 1st. John the Bone Crusher Wilson will have that one for you. It's still 2-2 to Hoskins. So another 2-2 pitch is due to Hoskins. Here it is. It's high. And Carl has come in and so far working a 3-2 count to the Phillies cleanup batter. The 3-2 is in the dirt. Leadoff walk for the Braves. Well, the Braves gave up the leadoff run, but the Phillies have a runner on first and nobody out. So the Phillies catcher up to bat. He's 0 for 1 and swings and hits one to right field. Markakis is there, and that's out number 1. And now Herrera up to plate, up to bat, that is. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Herrera playing center field for the Phils. Had 22 home runs last year and 71 ribbies. With a very wide open batting stance, and he swings and misses at the first offering. It's like a softball stance almost. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. 95-mile-an-hour heat from Carl. Runner on first, 1 out, and here comes the 0-2 to Herrera instead. It's to first. And so an 0-2 pitch due to the center fielder. Here it comes. Low, ball 1. Make sure to hit me up on Twitter. You know where to find me there, at ABomb98. And Herrera awaits a 1-2 pitch from Shane Carl. Here it comes. Strike 3 swinging in the dirt. And since there was already a runner at first, there is no tag necessary. So we have 2 outs. So here is Hernandez, 1 for 2 on the day, the number 7 hitter in the lineup, and the first pitch to him is in the dirt, ball 1. Cesar Hernandez, that's the second baseman, and he's standing in there with a 1-0 count. 32 home runs last year from the Venezuelan. Cool to see all 30 MLB teams playing on opening day. It's the first time in a long time that's happened. Usually a couple teams go one day, a few more teams go the next day. But this is the way to do it. So we got games on all day long. And it's a 2-0 count to Hernandez. Carl deals, and the pitch is fouled away. $44,469 in attendance in Philadelphia for opening day. Citizens Bank Park. It was a beautiful day to start with, about 60 degrees up there and sunshine now. It looks like it's kind of probably getting a little cool out there. So here's a 3-1 pitch to Hernandez. It is ball 4. 2 outs and runners now on first and second. Philadelphia had some 2-out lightning a little bit earlier in this game. Let's hope that Carl can shut it down right now. So Franco takes ball 1. Come on, Carl. Let's get some outs here. That one gets away from McCann, but good job by him. Nobody advanced after that one in the dirt. McCann still getting it done back behind the plate. Nicely done. That one bounced up there about 56 feet, and he smothered it. And now a meeting commences on the hill. And now we're about to get back to baseball with a 2-0 count on Franco. Braves bullpen is up right now. In case Carl can't get it done, the 2-0 pitch is fouled out of play. Stretches, and Carl deals. This one's fouled out of play. Now we've got an even count, 2-2. The 2-2 is low. Full count with runners on first and second with 2 outs. They will be running on the pitch. So here's the stretch. Runners go. The pitch is fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Runners on first and second get their lead. And they go, and this one is driven way out of here. It is a 3-run bomb. Franco blows this one wide open. And technical difficulties on the Braves game as soon as that home run went out. Now they've got the technical difficulties screen up. And this one is now 6-1 Philadelphia. Keep it right here through the technical difficulties on Fox Sports South. Jeez. Now they've got the broadcast back just in time to show the replay of that one being launched deep into the seats. It's a 6-1 Philadelphia lead. We've got a pitching change, and we'll be right back for more baseball right after this. Stay tuned. All right, we're back after the pitching change. Is now Parsons in. Parsons on the bump, and Roger Williams, yes. This is a live baseball game. This is the earliest opening day. I want to say this. It's the earliest opening day, I believe, except for a couple of times there have been international games. There have been some games in Japan. In fact, there were some games in Japan this year. But a game in the United States, I want to say this is the earliest one ever. So I can understand why Roger might not know that there's a real game going on. It is very early for baseball season. But nevertheless, here we are. The Phillies are up 6-1 in the bottom of the sixth after this pitching change. So Parsons, 2-2 count. Nola is pitching a great game, yes. He's only allowed 2 hits, only allowed 1 run. And looks to be the winner in this one unless the Braves can mount a big-time rally. And the 2-2 pitch is swung and a miss, so finally we're out of the 6th inning. But the Phillies put up 3 on a 3-run bomb, and that one was from Franco. So we'll be right back for the 7th inning. It's coming your way next on A-Bombs Coast to Coast. All right, now there's like some Van Halen to get us pumped up. Maybe this will be what we need to start the big rally as we go to the 7th inning. Braves and Phillies on opening day. My name is A-Bomb. Glad you could be with us on this afternoon baseball special. And it's Ozzy Albies leading off. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th inning. 24 home runs for him last year and 72 driven in. Going to be tough for him to match those numbers this year. Hope he proves me wrong, and he grounds out to start the 7th. And Aaron Nola out of there, out of the game now after pitching a gem. Gave up just 1 run and 2 hits in 6 innings. And Brian McCann up to bat. He had a walk earlier. And Nearest is in. He is on the hill for the Phillies in the top of the 7th. Oakland up on the LA Angels. Dodgers up 3-0 on the Diamondbacks. That one's in the 4th. Peterson with a 2-run bomb for the Dodgers. Here's the 1-1 to McCann. This one is grounded to the shortstop in the shift over on the second base side, and he throws over to first, and that's out number 2. So that brings up Dansby. Last season, 238, 14 home runs, 59 driven in. He needs to have a better year this year, or it may be time for the Braves and Dansby to part ways. He starts this at bat with a ball. And Dansby grounds one down the left field line. Let's see if he can get 2 out of this. The helmet flies off. And Dansby's lettuce waving in the wind. And he is on second base with a stand-up double with 2 outs. First extra base hit of the season for the Braves. And it is now up to bat for the Braves, Joyce. First pitch, swinging and missing. So Joyce, and he takes the 0-1 pitch. It's 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Joyce with his 208 average last year for whatever team he was with. This guy's like kind of a journeyman. First season with the Braves. He was with Arizona for a cup of coffee. And now he is just glad to be wearing a Major League uniform today. Here comes that 2-1 pitch to him. A little bit outside. It's 3-1. And here comes the 3-1. Fouled out of play, full count. Yes, I did take off work. It was a big sacrifice. You got to take off work for opening day. Really no other choice. So here comes that payoff pitch to Joyce. And we've got another one coming because that one's fouled out of play. We also do Hawks basketball here. We also do Atlanta United and MLS. And Falcons football. All of it covered for you on my YouTube channel. And Joyce steps in for the 3-2 pitch from Neris. Here it is. It is swung on and belted and way out of here. That is a pinch hit 2-run bomb for Joyce. Matt Joyce going yard. 2-out Lightning, and that cuts the lead in half. It's now 6-3. That was a no-doubter. He pulled that one deep into the right field. Cheap seats. All right. So that brings up the top of the order. And coming up to bat is Ender Enciarte. All right, so Enciarte getting ready to bat with 2 outs and the bases empty. Phillies up 6-3. Enciarte 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Nice pinch hit homer. Those are always huge. And Enciarte takes ball 2. And the Phillies bullpen beginning to stir. Robertson getting warmed up. It's a 3-0 count now on Ender. All right, so 3-0 pitch right down the middle. And it's 3-1 on Enciarte. And he grounds to second. Ball is bobbled, and the throw is still barely on time. So that's the end of the 7th for the Braves. But they do put 2 runs on the board on a pinch hit home run, and is now Phillies 6, Braves 3. Thanks for being here with us, and we'll be right back with more on Coast to Coast. Stay tuned.
from Metro Atlanta, it's A-Bomb, Coast to Coast.
Bottom of the 7th, and we've got a new Braves pitcher. It is Luke Jackson, 35 games last year for the Braves with a 1-2 record and a 4.43 earned run average. And so the Braves just put up 2 to cut the lead in half, and it is now a 6-3 Philadelphia lead. Got to hold the Phillies right here. So it's McCutchen, 1 for 3 on the day. Had that leadoff bomb. Start the game. $15 bombs last year from McCutchen with 55 driven in. And here's a 2-0 pitch to him from Jackson. It's a strike. Cubs up 7-2 over the Rangers in the bottom of the 5th. And that's who we'll see next week in Atlanta for opening day in SunTrust Field. Cubs and Braves coming your way Monday. And it's on John the Bone Crusher Wilson's channel. 2-2 pitch to McCutchen is taken for a ball. Reds 1, Pirates nothing in the 6th inning. And here's the 3-2, and it's inside, and that's a leadoff walk. McCutchen at first base, and the Braves are having a walk problem today. Too many walks, and it's cliche, but it seems like those leadoff walks do, in fact, always come home to score. Maybe a double play is in order. We have not seen one of those all day. First pitch is outside to Segura. 1 for 3 on the day for him, and he starts his at-bat with a 1-0 count. So here's the 1-0 instead of first base. Runner back safe. So Jackson stretches. And another one to first. McCutchen barely has a 2-step lead over there. Do not think he's going. And the 1-0 is right down Peachtree for a called strike. All right, so McCutchen gets his lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Chopped into the plate. Pitcher has it only play to first, and he throws it away. It is in the outfield. Everybody's safe. And McCutchen all the way over to third. And Segura all the way to second. That was some ugliness on the field right there. Some Little League play. And so that's a revolt in development. We've got runners on second and third for the Phillies and nobody out. bottom 7. Right after the Braves scored a couple of big runs. And now we've got an intentional walk. That is Bryce Harper taking the free pass. And we now have the sacks packed with Phillies and nobody out. And it's the cleanup hitter, Hoskins, at the plate. So it's damage control time. All right, so here we go. Bases jammed, nobody out. Here's the pitch. It's high. Ball 1 to the cleanup man, Hoskins. He's 0 for 2 today. 34 home runs last year. And here's the 1-0. Grand slam, no doubter. Grand slam for the Phillies. It is 10-3. You know, bases loaded, nobody out. One of those guys intentionally walked to get to the cleanup guy. He pulls it into the cheap seats. No doubt. Everybody knew it. And the Phillies have a 10 spot. That is his first career grand slam, and it comes on opening day. Crowd loving it. Still nobody out. And now is the catcher, Real Muto. I keep saying his name. I keep making it sound like a Japanese guy. It's not. His name is Real Muto. And a curtain call for Hoskins. All right, so it's a 1-1 count. It is now a 1-2 count. And the Braves relief pitchers have disappointed today. And now we have a grounder. Donaldson from third over to first, and that's out number 1. Donaldson has a full-on mullet. There is no other way to describe that. He's not trying to hide it. It's not some kind of in-between look. It is 1,000% Canadian mullet. And now we have Herrera. He's up to bat with 1 out. Takes strike 1. Braves are going to be on Sunday Night Baseball this Sunday against these same Phillies. And Herrera bounces to Ozzie over at short. Underhand toss to Freeman, and that's out number 2. We're your home for Braves baseball right here on this here YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe for that. We'll have a lot of that for you this year. We'll have Hawks games. We'll have Atlanta United. We'll have Falcons. And a few other surprises along the way. And Hernandez flies to Enciarte deep in center field on the warning track. and that's out number 3. But a grand slam has just happened in the Phillies' 7th inning, and they are up now 10-3 over the Braves as we head to the 8th inning. Thanks for being here. My name is A-Bomb, and we will be right back on Coast to Coast. David Robertson now on the hill for the Phillies. 8-3 last year with a 3.23 ERA, and that was over the course of 69 games for the Phillies. Welcome back in. It's A-Bomb, and this broadcast brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. We're in the top of the 8th in Philadelphia, and it's Josh Donaldson, the Braves' latest acquisition. 0 for 3 on the day, and he now has an 0-1 count. Robertson kicks and fires. Swung on a miss on that 92-mile-an-hour fastball. As we've been talking about all day, Josh Donaldson is rocking a full-on early 90s Billy Ray Cyrus style mullet. And he now has a 1-2 count. He was the MVP a few years ago, but hasn't done much since then. He's been injury prone over the course of his career. But the Braves picked him up and are hoping he can pay dividends on his 1-year contract. It's now a 3-2 count. He's fought back. So Robertson deals the 3-2 pitch. It is outside, barely, and a leadoff walk for the Braves. Freeman up to bat in the 8th. And so here's Freddie. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch to him is low. Glad to have the Bone Crusher on board. Keeping the box in order, keeping the conversation flowing. We appreciate that. He's going to have the game on Monday. And here comes the 1-0 pitch to Freddie. It is fouled out of play. Padres up 2-0 over the Giants in the 7th inning. Twins and Indians scoreless in the 7th. Freddie grounds one foul. Rockies up 6-0 over the Marlins. And this scoreboard update brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. For all of your gifting needs, head over there right now. And here's Freeman ready for the 1-2 pitch. He hits one, and it's a single to right field. So we've got runners on the corners now. Donaldson was able to make it all the way over to third. And so runners on first and third, nobody out. Braves down by 7 in the top of the 8th. And Ronald Acuna Jr. is up. Acuna reached base on 2 walks. He scored the first run. And he takes a strike to start his at-bat here in the top of the 8th. And takes the ball. It's 1-1. One pitch, swung and I missed. Here's the 1-2 to Acuna. That one is grounded in through and a base hit. Run scores. RBI. That one snuck through into left center field. So it's 10-4 Atlanta. Still nobody out. And we've got runners on. And we'll let you know as soon as the graphic comes up. First and second base. Nobody out. First RBI of the year for Acuna to go on top of his run scored earlier. Okay, Markakis takes a strike. Scoreboard is just a little bit behind. Hopefully Yahoo will get all that together as the season goes along. And so a 1-1 count now to Markakis with runners on first and second. Cakes up to bat. 297 last year with 14 home runs and 93 driven in. He's 1 for 3 today with an RBI. And the 1-1 pitch is a strike. It's 1-2. Okay, a 1-2 pitch coming to Markakis. This one is chopped foul. Still 1-2. Still runners on first and second with nobody out. Okay, here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one is hit right to the second baseman, over to short for 1, back to first for 2. Double play. First one of the day. Runner advances to third. We now have 2 outs. The twin killing. And so Albie's up with 2 outs now. Freddie Freeman is the runner at third. Ozzie with a single in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3 today. And takes the ball low. And here's the 1-0. Takes another ball. It's 2-0. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday. Friday's coming tomorrow. The weekend's almost here. It's going to be a nice one. We've got baseball. We've got NCAA basketball tonight, as a matter of fact. The Sweet 16 gets underway tonight. Also a bunch more baseball. The Masters is coming up soon. This is a great time of year to be a sports fan. And so it's a 3-0 count now to Ozzie. And here comes that pitch. It is a strike, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Popped up. And McCutchen makes the play. Near collision, but everybody's okay. And that's the end of the Braves' 8th inning. It is 10-4 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Coast to Coast will be right back. My name is A-Bomb. Thanks for being here. First pitch is grounded out to the pitcher, and he throws on the first. Fried on the mound now for Atlanta. in the bottom of the 8th. There's out number 1 there. Thanks for being here with us. My name is A-Bomb. If you're cruising around, if you're on the ride home, here is our score. It's Philadelphia 10, Atlanta 4. Julio Teheran pitched a pretty good game today, but the relief corps for the Braves has not been able to get it done today, including that grand slam given up, including a bunch of walks. And so with all that, the Braves hopefully will put up some runs in the top of the 9th, but it's not looking good for the Heroes. Here's Fried with the 1-1. A little bit high and outside. It is 2-1 to Kingery. Pinch hitting. Fried's 2-1 pitch is swung and a missed. It's 2-2. Fried with a 2-2 for the lefty. It is a little bit outside. 3-2. Fried had some starting appearances for the Braves last year. He's a young kid, so just still trying to find his groove and where he's going to fit in with the Braves. And here comes the 3-2. It is grounded to short. Dansby throws over to first, and that's out number 2. Next Braves game Saturday, right here at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. That game starts at 3:30 Eastern. And McCutchen is up to bat, led off the game with a home run, and takes a strike from Fried. Curveball over the plate. 0-1 is swung on and missed. Appreciate everybody sticking around for this long game. We are now into hour number 3. And so McCutchen with a 1-2 count. Fried gets set. Kicks and fires. This one hit to short. Dansby with another chance. And his sidearm toss to Freddie Freeman gets the runner out. That's the end of the 8th inning. Last chance for the Braves in Philadelphia. It is 10-4 Phillies. Braves will be right back in the 9th inning. we are getting set for the Braves' 9th inning. And the side armor, Neshek. Not familiar with this guy. He's like a submarine thrower. Dan Quisenberry comes to mind. And this dude is all about the submarine delivery. Also reminiscent of other 80s pitchers, Kent Tekulve, Gene Garber, and others. And McCann beats the shift, goes the other way with it, and hits it into left field. And so McCann on first with a leadoff base hit in the top of the 9th. Braves need 6 to tie. Okay, so here we go. It is Dansby taking strike one. Swanson 1 for 2 on the day. He's got a walk and a double. We'll get you some Major League Baseball scores as soon as this one's over. Before we get out of here. 0-1 pitch is outside. Here's Dansby awaiting the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Pat Neshek gets ready for the 0-2 pitch and his wacky submarine sidearm delivery. It's a ball. 1-2. One-two pitch is lined right to the pitcher, and then he throws over to first and doubles up Brian McCann. Lined really fast to the pitcher. McCann had no time to get back to first base, and so that is a double play. And so 2 outs, top of the 9th. Last chance for Atlanta, and it is going to be a pinch hitter. We'll see who it is. And who is this? It's Camargo, Juan Camargo up to bat. And a pinch hitting roll. It's a 1-0 count on him. He takes the ball. 272 average last year for him. 19 home runs. 76 driven in. And this is a good pinch hitter. Another ball. It's 2-0 on Camargo with 2 outs. Two-0 pitch is right down the middle. Strike one. Two-one pitch is a little bit outside. It's 3-1. Ender Enciarte on deck in case Camargo reaches base. 3-1 pitch right down the middle. Full count on Camargo. Down to our last strike. Phillies fans on their feet in Citizens Bank Park. And a timeout. And strike 3 swinging. That is your final. It is Phillies 10, Atlanta 4 on opening day. Really appreciate everybody joining us. And before we get out of here, let's take a quick look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard, brought to you by our title sponsor, TreasureHunt.ga. And here's your Major League Baseball scoreboard. We have the Blue Jays and Tigers scoreless in the bottom of the 9th. In the bottom of the 6th inning in L.A. in Chavez Ravinas, Dodgers 7, Diamondbacks 1. Top of the 8th in Tampa Bay, it's Astros 5, Rays 1. Cubs 9, Texas Rangers 2. That one's in the bottom of the 6th. The A's are up on the Angels. That one's in Oakland. A's up 4-0 on L.A. Padres 2, Giants 0. That one's in the 8th. It's Twins 2, Indians 0. That one's also in the 8th. It's the top of the 7th in Miami, where the Rockies are up 6-1 on the Marlins. In Chicago, the Pirates and Reds are tied at 2 in the 7th inning. Just underway in Kansas City, it's the White Sox and Royals underway. 0-0 after a rain delay there. It's a final in New York where the Yankees beat the Orioles 7-2. It's also a final from Washington where the Mets won 2-0 over the Nats. Brewers 5, Cardinals 4. That's the final. And then more action gets underway later tonight in the big leagues. So it is A-Bomb about to get out of here. I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on your way out. Let's thank the Bone Crusher John Wilson for cracking necks and cashing checks in the box. Roger Williams joining us. Also had Mike Taylor. Appreciate him. Mick was on board with us. And everybody else who was a part of this broadcast. Really appreciate you for being here. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast. We will see you next time. For now, we are out of here, and we will see you